So once you've upgraded your Sony Xperia S to ice cream sandwich, you also need to know about some of the differences on there between that and gingerbread. And the first, most obvious one, is on your lock screen, instead of having silent change to silent, you've now got a camera button, which for me is a bit of a pain because I've got a quick launch camera button. I'd prefer just to keep it as silent, but the S is one of the few ones with that camera button in the Android range. I can see why Google have done that. Your normal screens are the same, but you can tap on it and you'll get the settings to add your widgets, all your different shortcuts and widgets to there, which sometimes takes a little while to load up, and also to be able to change your theme or wallpaper up in the top left hand corner there. To get to your settings, you can't press the menu button anymore. You have to drag down the notification bar, and then you've got your settings icon on there. The other change on that is that you can also, instead of just being able to clear all of them, you can swipe individual notifications off left to right, and either from left to right or right to left, swipe them off the screen, and still keeps them on there, which is quite handy. Also, you've got on there your music player will change to Walkman. Functionality wise, it's basically the same. Haven't really changed anything on that one. It's just Walkman branded rather than being a generic music player. One of the big changes that has come, of course, is in the album. So you can now resize your thumbnails to different sections, and it all automatically puts it by different month. Also, you've got a map on there, so if you geotag your photos, it'll show you a map of all the where you've taken all your pictures, and finally the online, which is all your Facebook and other album ones that you've got synced from your Facebook inside Xperia. Also, the other thing that's changed is your multitasking. So whereas before, when you held down the home button, you just got 8 icons saying what your most recent applications were, you can now hold it down and you'll get showing active bit where you were in different sections, and you can now swipe to close them or jump back to where you were before. The actual icons on there are very, very similar. They haven't changed any of this part. The other thing that has changed is your actual settings menu. So you've now got wireless and networks at the top, and you can go through all your different options as you were before. Pretty much the same. Batteries in a slightly different place. Battery life does seem to be better on ice cream sandwich than it was on gingerbread, and you've got more on there as before. Quite handy thing is your data usage. You can track how much data you've been using on both mobile data and on Wi-Fi. If you want to check how much you've been using on Wi-Fi, very useful when you're tracking it, how much data you've actually used each month. Obviously most of the networks do their own apps as well, but that's the main things. And that's pretty much the main changelog for ice cream sandwich on the Sony Xperia S.